Welcome to Qigong for longevity. We're going to take our hands on the hips, start to circle the hips. In this routine, we're going to open all your joints, help your mobility and range of motion, clear stiffness and pain, and do several exercises that help to balance the left and right hemispheres of the brain. Switch directions if you haven't already. Just opening up. Now we're going to take the left hand out to the side and start to move it in a spiral. We call this the teacup exercise. You imagine you're holding a cup of tea in the palm of the hand and try not to spill that tea. Then we move the hips in a circle as the hand spirals. So the hand goes over the head, palm face up, in by the hip, palm face up. Palm stays face up the whole time. And just using this motion to open up through the hips, spine, shoulder, wrist. Nice mobility exercise. Let's start to go the other direction, going over the head first, then forward from the hip. Over the head, forward from the hip. So we spiral just through the arm first. And then we're going to add the hips. So hips move in a circle with the arm. Hips go forward, left, back, right. Spiraling and opening. These types of exercises are often called silk reeling in Qigong, as we make the body smooth and strong like silk. We're going to switch sides, so right hand out, bring it in by the hip, over the head, in by the hip, over the head, and then using our hips, going right, forward, left, back. And feel like the hips are the primary motion and like the movement whips out through the spine and the arm from the hips. I want to feel open and integrated. Feel this connection from the center out to the hand. We're going to switch directions again, coming forward over the head. And then from the hip, over the head, from behind to come by the hip. Then again, we circle the hips with it. Don't worry if this is hard the first time. Sometimes it takes a few tries to learn a new pattern. Just learning those patterns, very good for the brain. The brain produces BDNF, brain Derived Neurotropic Factor, when you're learning new movements. Very protective chemical for the brain, BDNF. All right, bring it down. We're going to try both hands. So I'll show you from behind, a little easier to track left and right. So one arm at a time. Here the left hand first. Going forwards over the heads. And behind and by the hip. Forwards over the head, wrap behind and by the hip. Now we'll bring the other arm in, as one arm is by the hip, the other is going over the head. So in this case, your right hand is going the opposite direction. This one, don't worry if you don't get this the third time. Usually takes a little bit to figure this one out. So one arm's by the hip, the other's over the head, out to the sides, hip and head, out to the sides, hip and head. Trying to keep the palms face up the whole time. This produces a spiraling action through the whole body. All right, we're going to switch directions. Now left hand by the hip, right hand over the head. Right hand by the hip, left hand over the head. Opening up shoulders, wrists, waist. Feel that movement coming from your center, from your core, from your hips. Helps make that nice left-right brain connection. When we cross the center line, we do these opposite patterns with the arms. The left and right brain have to communicate, and that strengthens their connection. All right, wide stance. We're going to find a little stretch here. So you're just going to sink into one knee and then the other. I have a pretty wide stance here, but feel free to have it a little narrower yourself and not go quite so deep. So if you're doing this, it's more of just a strength and stability for the leg. If you have the wider stance, it's going to be a bit more about flexibility, opening that inner hamstring. You can see I involve my hands now. So if you got this wide leg, feel free to go deeper or stay up high. Really choose your own adventure here. You don't want to hurt your hips or knees. So now we're going to go into a little more complex motion. So we're going to turn into a lunge, spiral the arms, turn through the center, turn the other direction in a lunge, spiral the arms, come to the center, and find that stretch again, sinking into the right knee. Now turn to your left in a lunge, circle the arms, center, turn to the right in a lunge, windmill your arms, center, sink into your left knee, stretch down the right. All right, so here's the little higher up version. If you're feeling like you have a little less flexibility in your hips, your knees are sensitive, you can stay up high with a narrower stance like this. The point here really is to open the shoulders mostly, and then coming down to open the hip and groin. So choose either of those variations. We'll do a couple more times. Spiral, come down, stretch. Spiral, lunge, lunge, stretch. Lunge, lunge, stretch. You can see I'm starting to go a little quicker here, but feel free to stay your own pace if you're still figuring out the motion. This is an option once you start to get good at it, is to really swing the arms, use a little more momentum. So I'm good to open the chest and shoulders. Sort of imagining you have a wall behind you, like your arms are tracing the wall. Good. We're going to end it with just a forward fold stretch. Just relax for a couple breaths. Take a breather. That one was another one that you can really give yourself some time. Don't worry if that doesn't make sense the first time. That's actually the point of this program, is to challenge your brain-body connection. It's going to really help your proprioception, your left-right hemisphere synchronizing. We'll bring it in, start shaking. Just clear the tension from the body. Use the shake to feel your muscles bouncing. You can add a little twist here too. Be careful not to twist in your knees too much, mostly twisting from above your hips. You can use your breath like a sigh. Clear stress and tension. Nice deep breaths. Release, release. Come back to the center. Slow it down. We're going to start to enter the flow. Take your right hand by the left hip, left hand over the right elbow, and then spread the hands apart from each other like you're brushing through a horse's mane. You see the right hand face up, left palm face down, at shoulder height and hip height. Then take your left hand by the right hip and right hand over top the left elbow. Coil to the right and spread like you're parting the horse's mane. Turn to your left, right hand by the left hip, left hand over top, and we part. Turn to the right, 2 half circles with each hand. The right hand lands on top, and we part. Turn to your left, 2 half circles. Left hand lands over the right elbow, and then spread the palms apart. Turn to the right hand's going to come up from behind, land over left elbow, and spread to part. You lift the right hand, drop the left back. Left hand comes up and over. and spreads with the exhale. Drop down to the right hand circling back, and spread with the exhale. Inhale 2 half circles. Exhale, spread. Nice long slow breath. Inhale, turn and circle. Exhale, spread. We're going to hold this as a posture. One palm face the earth, one palm face the sky. Just a soft bend in the elbows. And then very slowly switch hands. Use the palms to help you plug in to the solid earth and expansive sky. I'm going to drop it down, getting ready for our next flow. This one we call Zen circles. We have the left hand under the lower abdomen, the right hand softly painting a circle in front of us. Inhale as you come up on the circle, and exhale as you go down. And there's a slight turn from the hips left and right, as though the hips and the dantian are guiding the hand. Deep, slow breaths. Use this to engage your mind with your body. Find yourself grounded, mind grounded in body. Your attention absorbed in the sensation of movement. We're going to switch hands, bringing the right hand under here. And going to the next side, the left hand starts to circle. Down on the left, up on the right. You can see again here my belly and hips are turning to guide the hand. Inhaling up, exhaling down, slowly through the nose. Use the sensation of your body and breath. Ground your mind and find an inner solidity. Bring it back in under the lower abdomen, dantian. Hold here and breathe. Then drop the left hand down, circle up on the left. And draw down the center line with the left hand. Your right hand's going to start to float up. Right palm turns towards the sky, left palm towards the earth. Then a big broad circle out to the sides. And again, coming up and down the center line. Pressing up and down towards sky and earth. Circle the arms with an inhale. And exhale to draw up and down through the center. Inhale, expand, gather the chi. And exhale, draw it in through the center. Expand, inhale, grow taller. Exhale, sink and relax downwards and inwards. Here we're going to hold this as a posture, connecting heart and belly here. Then we're going to float the left hand upwards, right hand down. Circle out to the sides. The right hand's going to come over the head. Right hand drawing down through the center, left hand floating up. Turn palms, press away. Inhale to gather the light from all around. Exhale to draw it through the center. Inhale, gather, expand. Exhale through the center, sinking, relaxing. Literally standing a little taller. Inhaling. Exhale, quite literally sinking just an inch or two lower. bridging sky and earth, consciousness and body. And we're going to settle it back to that standing posture. Nice deep breath. Connecting heart and belly. And release. You close down in bamboo in the wind. Just let your body rock and sway, breathing gently through the nose. Like the tree that lives the longest in the forest, by bending with the breeze. Allow ourselves to sway, our energy to flow. And then we'll close it into the lower abdomen, circling the hands, nice deep belly breath, centering our chi at the dantian, just below the navel. End with a sigh, releasing, letting the energy spread, and enjoy that feeling. Hey, did you enjoy that Qigong as much as I did? Bet you're feeling good. If you want to keep feeling good every day, you might like to try my 30-day transformation challenge. It's on my website, nicklawfrey.com. It's called Stoic Sunrise because you're going to do it every morning. Anyways, you're going to love it. It's going to get you fit, flexible. We're doing Daoyin, Tai Chi to calm your mind, calm your spirit, and just get you set up every day to have a great day. We have low stress, low anxiety, lots of energy and focus. You're going to have a super productive day, or at least a little more than you would if you didn't do this super awesome course. So maybe I'll see you there. Click the link and see you on the other side.